All right. What we have here. Whoa. Hey. Good evening, and how are we today? All right, get that good, and live. Go live, and what do we have here? All righty, and what do we have here? This one is not working. Okay, so next, go live, select audience, not for children, go live. There we go. All right, that one's good. That one's good. This one, I got to do this one, and this, and this, and that is about right. Okay, live. Oh, not quite sure what's going on there, and we're good to go. That is everything. Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. This is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where excuse me. Where the heck did that come from? Where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, taking you along for the ride for a simple, safe, predictable, and consistent 1% per week. Let's see who we have tonight. Yada. Lloyd, what's going on? Shoot. Hepa Hattis. Wally. What's happening, Wally? Eric. Teddy. Oh, BL 1027. Nado. 6-pack. Interesting. Nado 6-pack. All right. No cripple. Gotta love that idea. Jaybird. Storm. How's about a little corny? That's so corny. William Milley. Good evening. Himal. Good evening, Himal. A net surfer. Alan. Aries. Good evening. What up, you? Faber. What's going on? Pablo. Need some advice. Bonjour. No, wait a minute. Que pasa, amigo? All right, so Ron, Nick Berry, Bubba Cowboy, Dr. Dev, what's happening? Big Daddy Rock. Moving forward, good evening. Dr. Dev, what's going on? How you doing? Alrighty. Good evening, everyone. Let's get the ball rolling. And what we're doing here is we're looking for dividend stocks, specifically those that are continuously profitable. You know, year after year, more and more money, more money. That's what we're looking for. Give me my little sticky. Here we go. All right. So Pinkstone, how are you? Pablo, give you 2 miles, need income. Okay, not quite sure what that means, Pablo, but all right. Give you 2 miles, need income. Not quite sure. All right, Dr. Dev, I'm doing well, thanks. Missed you, thank you. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. It was lovely. Got to spend the whole day with my family. That's a nice thing. Mom and the kids and the grandkids. I only got one. What's taking my kids so long? They're in their 20s, mid to late 20s, and I only have one grandchild. And that's from my 30-year-old. Anyway, all right, so let's let's take a look at what shall we look at. Now, specifically, what I'm looking for are companies that are consistently profitable. You know, year after year after year after year, more money and more money, so on and so forth. That being said, let's see what we have coming up this week. Now, what we came up with the past couple of days, let's go over some of them just to see how well they're doing today. All right, got me a little list. Children are such a wonderful blessing. Yes, they are, Dr. Dev. I'm going to agree with you. So, nice belt buckle. Why are you looking down there? I'm up here. You know, like the women always say, hey, my eyes are up here. Okay? My eyes are up here. All right, so let's see what we got. First thing on the list we want to take a look at is BBWI. Okay. BWI. I found it the other day, and I bought a bunch. Bought some more this morning. Okay? That being said, let's take a look. Now, anytime I do something, it's always the same. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. One step at a time. Oh, you remember that song from A Christmas Carol? Put one foot in front of the other. Here we go. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the motion. Sideways, down, and up. We're at 1898. We're going to look at the 5 December, which is this coming Friday. Now, if you don't understand what a covered call is, what for specifically? Ace, how you doing? John Clayton, how are you? What I'm looking for specifically are stocks that are decent to put my money into. Now, for me, the company's got to be profitable and have weekly options. That's my only 2 criteria that I have. Consistent profitability and weekly options. Because I'm looking for weekly cash flow. Because I'm retired now. Now, I do feel guilty every once in a while. I wake up in the morning and say, aren't I supposed to be doing something? You know, you wake up that way. But it's only been two years for me. So I'm still not quite used to the fact that I don't have to get up if I don't want to. Okay? Needless to say, let's take a look. So here she is here at the high of the year. Then she drops down to the bottom. Well, do you like Bath and Body Works? It's an honest question. Either you like the company or you don't like the company. It's basically that simple. Stephen, how you doing? Yellow Jacket, good evening. Mike, Sinbad, Call Saul, what's happening? All right, so let's take a closer look at this. I'm going to need my glasses for this one. We are glad you get up to help us learn options. Thank you there. Ooh, what is that? Why do they always put these in the most inconvenient spots? Anyway, all right, so let's take a gander. First and foremost, the high of the year is 40. The low of the year is 14. Now, I'm kind of curious if you can comprehend what I just said. The top is 42. The bottom is 14. That's almost a 70% decrease. 70% from here to there. Now she's jumping up. Okay, great. What is she doing now? Now, one thing I like about what she's doing now, let's see these numbers again. A year ago, we're at 37. High at 40, 63. We got them out a couple of weeks ago. 14, 21, somewhere in that area. Look at your last 30 days. Last 90 days. Okay, the last 90 days, basically the last 3 months. What has this stock done? Well, it's the top here. Here's the bottom. That's where she was, 3 months ago, 90 days ago. Here's where she is now. Look at this. Up, down, sideways, down, big drop. Now she's bouncing up. That's the bottom of the year right there. You cannot get any lower than the bottom of the year. Now, hold on. What do we have over here? Oh, check this out. DC Darkfire. What's happened now? Heather Bonham, good evening. Renviak, good evening. Oh, stop yapping, little bro. Hey, well, alrighty then. I appreciate you coming to my show and telling me to be quiet. I appreciate that. Thank you. Cool. All right, Marco, how you doing? All right, so that being said, let's take a look. Now, does this look inviting to you? It looks very inviting to me, but before I get excited about this right there, I want to go over here, and what is the 19 offering? Okay, the 19 is offering 40 cents per share. Now, 40 cents per share on a $19 stock is over 2%. Now, if you know how to do your math, think about it. 1% a week is 50% per year. 2% a week is over 100% a year. That's doubling your money every year. What's wrong with that? I think that's awesome. Thomas Stiller, good evening. Jerry, good evening, Jerry. Mountain Rivers, Thomas Stiller. Okay, good evening. Thank you there, Thomas. Beto Garcia. ¿Qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? ¿Está bien, eh? Michael Lessa, good evening. Chemical Stocks. Pablo, you have to give me the ticker symbol. All right? All right, so here we are. Now, I want to bring this down a little bit more just to look at the last 30 days. Because the last 30 days gives me a good idea. I think the company is going next. Now, this is just the last 30 days. Okay, so here's the high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Down, drop, up. Well, she's at 19. So let's see what 19 looks like. If, of course, you like this company. And it's always, always, always going to come back to that one question. It's going to haunt you. It really is. Do I like this company enough to put my own money into? And that's a very good question you should be asking yourself, and no matter what you do. All right, so the current price, $18.98. So if I buy this tomorrow morning, $18.98, and then I turn around and do what's called a covered call. If you don't know what that is, there are literally hundreds of videos online that tell you exactly what a covered call is and how to best use them. So the way that I use them is I want a safe, predictable income every single week. Okay, so if I can buy it at $18.98, sell it at $19, and make 2% for 1 week, I know it's not a lot of money. But here's the thing. It's not a lot of money. I get that. 2% is not a lot. But 2% every single week, after week, after week, after, I can't go any further after week. Do you know what I mean? There's 52 weeks in a year. Whether you like it or not, whether you agree or not, Friday's coming. And then when this Friday is done and over with, guess what? Friday's coming. It comes every 7 days. So why not, take a little bit of your money, put it in some kind of a safe, predictable trade that you can get 1-2% every single week. Now, it only takes 5 or 10 minutes. Now, anytime you ever hear me do any videos, I always, hey, everybody, this is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader. Now, the 10-Minute Trader was actually my 9-year-old daughter. Because in 2008, when she was 9, she says to me one day, she says, Daddy, what are you doing? Of course, there's a lot more that led up to this, but, the basics. What are you doing? Can you teach me? My 9-year-old daughter wanted to learn in 2008 how to trade stocks. 9 years old. I wasn't ready for that. Okay, so here's the challenge. Being a 9-year-old, okay, it had to be simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. That fifth one always gets everybody. But let me explain in my humble opinion what I mean when I say no way for her to lose. Okay, hold on a second. You will often see me drinking herbal tea because it's good for my throat because I'm not used to talking so much. I grew up, I was very shy, I was very reserved, and I didn't talk very much when I was growing up. I only talked to when people talked to me. That was basically it. Nowadays, I'll just talk to anybody. I don't care. Anyway, so a 9-year-old, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. Now, we're going to go over all of those one at a time. Now, when I say simple, she's 9 years old, so it had to be something easy for her to do and easy for her to understand. Well, that's easy, simple. A covered call is simple. You're buying it for one price and you're selling it for another price. Okay? Safe. Number 2, safe. Now, a covered call is one of the safest trading strategies there is. And it is so safe, they actually let you do it. The federal government will actually let you do covered calls in your IRA. There's a lot of trading strategies you cannot do with your IRA, but you can do a covered call. Okay, great. That's 2. Number 3, simple, safe, predictable. Now, we're going to get on this a little bit later on, and you'll see predictable. I know what my return's going to be before I do anything. Okay, that's 3. Number 4, simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. Okay, well, when I say consistent, I want to be able to do it week after week after week after week. That's why I always say no to monthly options. Because a monthly option, you can only do it once a month. Hence the name monthly. It's 12 times a year. So ask yourself a question. All things being equal, would you prefer to get 12 checks? Or would you prefer to get 52? All things being equal. What do I mean? Well, if I'm going to do a trade, it's going to be 1 or 2%. Well, if I do that once a month, that's only 12 to 24% at the end of the year. Okay, let's back up for a second. Now, if I do weekly options, 1 to 2%, that's 50 to 100% per year. Okay, now when I say it takes only about 10 minutes, it's really not that difficult. If you're over the age of 18 and you've been driving for more than 3, 4, 5 years, I could just throw you the keys, here you go, and you could just jump in the car and drive off. But at 14, 15, 16 years old, it's like, no, I can't drive, especially when it comes to a stick shift. And then you throw them into a car from the 40s and 50s where the shifter on the column, okay, and then you do a 6-speed. You ever see a 6-speed on the column? Oh, that's fun. Not the point. The point is, what you're seeing is going to be confusing at first. It's going to be hard to understand at first. Like, you didn't know what an altimeter was before you learned. You didn't know what an odometer was until you needed to, until you learned. You have no idea what PSI means, pounds per square inch, when you're putting air in your tires. Some people still don't know. Okay? But think about it. Anytime you learn something new, that's what's called a learning curve. New language, new strategies, new implementations, new ideas, new thoughts, whole bunch of new. So for my 9-year-old, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, no way for her to lose. So let's look at number 5, no way to lose. Now when I say no way to lose, for my 9-year-old daughter, okay, it was very simple. If it's not on the list, don't even bother looking at it. Because I did all the preliminaries for my daughter. I said, these are the stocks you look at and these are the only ones you look at. That was simple. So when I say no way to lose, look at it this way. Coca-Cola has been making Coca-Cola for over 140 years. 140 years. Do you honestly think they're going to stop making Coca-Cola any damn soon? I mean, if you talk to a government official, yeah, Coca-Cola could go bankrupt and disappear tomorrow. It could. The earth could open up and swallow every single Coke machine and every single red and white little banner that says Coke on it. It could, if you believe the bullshit the government tells you. The way I look at it, I honestly believe that Coca-Cola is going to outlast me. Okay, I think I got another 25, 30 years. Okay, as long as I'm healthy and I can be on my own, I'm perfectly good living another 30 years. That being said, I'm pretty sure there's going to be Coca-Cola when I'm, at that point in my life. That's what I mean when I mean no way for her to lose. Because you never lose money until you agree. That means you actually have to consciously make the decision to sell something for less than what you paid for it. And that's not a losing money thing. That's a stupidity thing. Okay, if you buy IBM at $100 and you're selling at 80, that's your own damn fault. But seriously, if I buy IBM at 100 and it drops down to 80, I'm not selling it I'm going to keep collecting those dividends, and I'm going to keep collecting those premiums. I'll collect the dividends every 90 days, and I'll collect the premium every 7 days. Doesn't bother me a bit if it goes up or down. I get 2 criteria and only 2. That's it, only 2 criteria. Consistency of profitability, at least 2 decades. I want 20 years of a company knowing what the hell they're doing. If I'm putting my money into a company, I want to make sure that whoever's in the big chair knows what they're doing and can consistently turn my money into more money. That's criteria number 1. Criteria number 2 is weekly options. That's it. 2 criteria. That's it. I got a bunch of questions down here. Let's pause for a moment. Let's see who. Ooh, wow, we got quite a bit of people down here. My goodness. Up, down, trader. Hey, what's happening, brother? All right. Hectic hitman. Okay, good. All right. Just by BMNR. Why the hell? Who's that? Blacktop 777. I love it when people come out and blurt out some bullshit. BMNR. Bitmine. Okay. Now, explain to me, who came up with this one? Blacktop 777. Can you explain to me in a manner which I will understand? If this thing is at like $4 or $5 back in July, shoots up from $4 or $5 to $160. Now she's down to 28. Why the hell do you think that's a good thing? Hold on. It gets worse. Let's go. BMNR. Okay, BMNR. Now we're going to Yahoo Finance. Now, they're going to be investing in any stocks, whatever. You need to have access to a financial website. I use Yahoo Finance. You can use what you want. Okay, so, BMNR. Now, Mr. What the hell is your name? Blacktop 777. Let's see how wonderful this thing is. Oh, man. Oh, I wish I could get that profanity out. Why the hell am I looking at this thing? It has no dividends whatsoever. None whatsoever. And oh, hell no. Hell, I'm maintain your thoughts again. Yo, up, down, guys. What's up? All right. Can you do an analysis of Riva Pharmaceutical Store? I can. If I knew who the hell they was, you got to give me the ticker symbol. I've never heard of that company before. Bullish on gold? No. See, now, don't get me wrong. I love the idea of gold, but there's not a single time I've ever seen somebody stop by the house and drop me off some money on a weekly basis because I have a chunk of gold sitting on my desk. Under the bed, under the pillow, in the bread box. Gold, silver, any precious metals do not give you weekly cash flow. It's a great storage of wealth. You know, if you had a couple $1 million, you put it in gold, sit there a couple of years later, it's going to be worth $1 million. Most likely. But it will not give you cash flow. Terribly sorry, I'm at the point in my life where I need cash flow in order to live. Because if you think of it this way, we're the only species on the planet that's got to pay to live here. And gold is not giving me any income. Let's keep on going. If you were rich from trading stocks, you wouldn't be here. You can't judge what the chart are going to by reading it. It's random and no one knows whether it's going to go up or down. J. Deere Roberts. J. Deere Roberts. I just love the way people automatically assume they know me just because I'm here sharing knowledge. Now, you know absolutely nothing about me. You have no idea that I have 4 kids, 1 grandchild. I'm 62. My mother is in her 80s. I'm going to be gone in 30, 40 years. What am I supposed to do with all the knowledge that I have? Just let it rot away? Take it to the grave with me? No, don't dare assume who you think, who I am. Okay, I'm doing this for my children and my grandchildren. I'm creating a video log so that they will have something to go by when I am gone. I honestly don't care what you think. And I am rich. So, yeah. So you can't tell me how I can and cannot spend my time. If I want to spend my time here singing Twinkle Toes, I will. I'm a Gen X, dude. Whatever you say. There ain't no safe space, brother. There ain't. Okay? You can think whatever you want. I really don't give a flying dead rat's carcass of what your opinion of me is. Okay? I get emails and letters every single day from people saying what a wonderful job I'm doing and how I'm helping them out. And I'm not even charging for it. I'm giving it away for free because my kids, eventually in the future, hi guys, will be watching trying to figure out the little riddle that old Papa G, that's me, kind of threw at them. Because you want to know what? You may think is nothing. But when I leave, I plan on leaving millions of dollars behind for my children and my grandchildren. But guess what? They ain't getting a dime of it until they can prove to the executor of my estate that they know what to do with the money. And I'm going to create this huge, trust me, they're going to be calling me all kinds of strange things. Papa G's an ass. He's a dick. Because I'm not going to give them jack shit nothing. They have to learn what to do with the money. The money will be there for them once they learn how to do it. But when I'm gone, they won't have me to come back to ask, and they will have to go through all these videos to see how to do it. Because in my will, my estate, when I am gone, they have to jump through all these hoops in order to get any of the money that I leave behind. But I do appreciate, peeing on my parade. Thank you very much. Let's keep on going and find some people who aren't so rude. Stop the BS. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Back to Tim again. Okay, what do we have here? Real Mikey from boxing. Lost $30 today. Okay, Mikey, I have no idea what that is. So, it's like if I can't see what you're doing and if I can't understand why you're doing what you're doing, you're losing money. I have no idea what to say to that. I have no idea what you did. Okay, it's Up Down Trader. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate all your input. If you like, I'd like to make you, what do you call that, a moderator? That way you can get all rid of the turds and I don't have to deal with them. I'd appreciate the hell out of that. I would even make it worth your while. That's only the people on YouTube, because people on YouTube are just weird. All right, what is this one? Any do away. Can you do an analysis of Riva Pharmaceuticals and give an idea of a general direction you think the stock is heading? Okay, see, I already said yes to that, but I also asked if you could give me the ticker symbol. I have no idea who they are. Now, I've been doing this for a very long time. I'm very specific on who I personally invest in. Okay? So if you ask me for a stock that I know, I'll know this ticker symbol off the top of my head. But you ask me about something I have no clue of? No. There's over 10,000. Wait a minute. I wrote it down. I wrote it down so I knew exactly how much it was, because it was going to come back to me and haunt me. There it is. We checked yesterday. 10,684 companies available this week on the stock market. So you're expecting me to know some obscure stock. Sorry. If it's not on my list, I have no idea who it is. And there's probably a reason why it's not on my list. I made $444 in profit and weekly cash flow. Awesome there, dude. He loves to spread the great trading strategy. Thank you. Doing this exact strategy he teaches. Cool beans. Good job, Beast. Streamer is gay. I'll make sure I'll tell my ex-wives and my children that you think that I'm gay. Okay, fine. Is that okay? XY graph backwards. Oh, that's right. You're on YouTube. Okay, terribly sorry, dude. I'm streaming on 9 different channels. 9. All right? YouTube is the only channel that does not have a way that I know of yet, and nobody has been able to come up with one, to invert the camera. And don't tell me to go to the camera settings on the camera. Doesn't work. We already tried that. Okay, we even went to YouTube to allow us to mirror the image going into YouTube. So you have a couple options. One, you can mirror the image on the camera. Great, doesn't work. You have another option. You can mirror the image coming in to YouTube. That doesn't work either. See, everything we've tried to get the image to be correct on YouTube just doesn't work. 9 different channels. Why you pick this one is beyond me. 9 channels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's 2 more down here. Okay, I got 9. Holy shit. 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 cameras going. 9 cameras. Okay, bunch of different screens with a bunch of different questions. So no, sorry, just doesn't work. Up, down, did HPE for contract 83 premium. Cool. Let's take a look. Beast with me wanted to do HPE. That's Hewlett Packard, but not actually Hewlett Packard. Spin-off on Hewlett Packard. Here we go. Oh, this one looks good. Take a look at that. Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion. Sideways, down, up, 2194. The 22 is going for 83. That's just shy of 4%. Now, when I say it's a simple, safe, predictable strategy, it should take you less than 5 to 10 minutes every single day, I'm terribly sorry if you have to put some time and effort in. Anything that has anything, well, that's a stupid thing to say. If you're expecting something for nothing, this is the right place. Because you're not going to get anything here if you're expecting something from nothing. You have to put some energy into it. You got to put some work into it. Okay, you work 40, 50, 60 years of your life to earn money to have a nice retirement. And then what do most people do? They take all that money and they give it to someone else and say, hey, give me what you think I deserve. Take responsibility. Do it yourself. You get 2 choices and only 2. One, when you get to this side of the fence, that's retirement. When you say, oh, you know what? I'm not going to work anymore. When you get to this side, you get 2 choices. Learn to do it yourself, give up accountability, and let someone else do it for you. And just hope that they do a good job. Ooh, we got 2 questions over here. What do we got? Ooh, Lonnie wants to take a look at General Motors. Good. We're glad it's going to go. All right, you got it. Tim, what's happening there, Mr. Tim? All right, so let's finish taking a look at this one here. Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Down, up. Great. The 22 is right there. 83 per contract. So let's do one. Let's actually do a trade right now, because we do one every single night. We do a few, just so you can see how it works. Now this, let me explain so you don't have any misconceptions. This is for entertainment purposes only. It's nothing more than observations. You guys are going to give me stocks. You guys are going to give me stock symbols to take a look at. I'm going to put them through the ringer and give you my opinion. That's all it is, just my opinion. You have to ask yourself the tough questions. And the tough questions are, number 1, does it make sense? Number 2, do I like this company? Number 3, is this company someplace I feel safe to put my money? Number 4, can you do a covered call every week until it hits your target? We're going to go over that in a little bit. Let's just go back here. A year ago, here we go, glasses. A year ago, 2130. We dropped to the second week of April, also known as TDS Day, 1196. And then we jumped up to 26. You see that, the bottom of the year? We're here at 25. We dropped down to 12. That's a 50% drop. Then we have over 100% increase. And then we have $6, 6 off of 20. What's 6 off of 20? That's $30. So it's a 30% drop. So 50% drop, 100% increase, 30% drop. Do I like the company? Look at the last 90, last 90 days. The last 90 days is the last 3 months. The same thing, we're looking at the same thing over and over and over again. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at the motion, up, down, down. Now she's going up. Argue all you want, your bottom is right here. The top is right there. Now she's going back up again. Yeah, I know I missed a few. You know, this crap. Yeah, whatever. But still, here's the top, here's the bottom. Now she's going up. I like to get simplified. It makes sense. All right, so last 30 days. There you go. What do you think? Last 30 days. Here's your top, bottom, back up. Great. Let's do one. Let's see what it looks like and see what you think. All right, first thing I want to do is get rid of this. Jump on over here to hit covered calls. And we did talk about the 22s right there. Just one contract at the market. Here we go. What it should sound like and should look like. By one covered call, Hewlett Packard. Now, not HPQ, but HPE. Hewlett Packard, there's two symbols, HPQ and HPE. So we're looking at HPE. 5 December 25, that's this coming Friday. That means I'm going to buy the stock first thing tomorrow morning. I'm going to sell it to someone else for almost the exact same price I paid for it. The price, hypothetically, tomorrow morning should be $22.13. So if I buy it at $22.13, sell it at $22, I'm bringing in $79. It's cost me $2,100. So what does that come to? I'm buying a stock. I'm turning around and selling it for basically the exact same price I paid for it. And then someone, for some strange reason or another, sorry, I had to turn the fan on, some strange reason or another is going to pay me to buy it from me for the same price I just paid for it. Let's see what it looks like. Now, I'm going to need a calculator. Do a little bit of creative math. Right? Creative math, simply. We take the profit, $79, and we divide it by the investment. Okay? So the profit right here, max profit, $79. Cost of trade, including commissions and fees, $21.21. Okay, so think of it this way. I'm not buying a stock. I'm creating a weekly producing cash asset. If I do it right, I can get a return on my money every single week. Now, it's not huge, I understand that. But for the time I have invested in, 5 minutes to get 1% a week, 50% per year? Why the hell not? BP, thank you for that, brother. So, profit, 79. We divide it by the investment, which would be 21, gives a grand total of 3.7. But why the hell not? I like 3.7. For 1 week? Oh, hell yeah. All right, so this will be the first one for today. Yay! All right, here we go. There it is. And here we go. Let's get this up and out of the way. In case you were wondering, those are the ones we came up with yesterday. Okay, this is what we came up with last week. All right, this is last week. This is yesterday. Here's number one for today. Here we go. Gonna love it. HPE, Hewlett Packard, 5 December, 22 call option. I'm buying it first thing in the morning at the market price. I buy it at the market price. I sell it the option at the market price. I don't want to quibble with a few pennies because look at here. I'm getting this right there, and this is my investment, and it's coming to 3.7% for 1 week. Well, actually, for 4 days. Monday's already gone. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Hate when that happens. Give it a minute. Gotta fix the damn thing. Let's do this again. Alright, let's try this one more time. Now, what did we say this one was? We said this one was 3.7. 3.7. Love it. What do we have next? Why isn't that changing? There we go. All right, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. I'm going to write that one down. What is this one? Hewlett Packard. HPE 3.7. Gotta love that one. All right, so what else I'm going to do? I'm going to do HPQ. That's Hewlett Packard also, right? So let's do it. Delete that. Let's go back to here. Do this over here, and HPQ. Well, here's Hewlett Packard. Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, sideways, down, up. What's going on here? 2439? Well, what's that going on? High, low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up. 2439. The 2450s are going for 28. That's only 1% though. If you like Hewlett Packard, HPQ, not HPE. There's a little bit of a difference. K. Barnwell, how are you doing today? Thank you for stopping by. All right, so does that make sense? HPQ. Let's pull it up. Why not? 24.5. HPQ. 24.5. There it is. One contract. And market. There we go. And here you go. By one covered call, Hewlett Packard HPQ. 5 December, that's this coming Friday, the $24.50 call option. It's at $24.49 right now. So if I'm buying it at $24.49, I'm going to sell it at $24.50, pick up 44 bucks out of $2,400. What percentage is that? Well, let's take a look. Calculator. Try it again. Calculator. $44.50 divided by 2406 gives me a grand total of 1.8. Oh, hell yeah. Why the hell not? I like 1.8. Remember, 1% a week is 50% per year. What's wrong with 50% per year? When's the last time you got 50% per year? Think about it. Seriously. Okay, what do we have? Here it is. HPQ 5 December, the 2450 call option. 4450, 2400. 1.8%. Why the hell not, right? $1.8 works for me. Let's find something else. What do we got? What do we got? All right, let me pull up my chair because we seem to have a lot of questions. All right, I want to get comfortable and see what we got here. All righty, all righty. Lonnie wants to take a look at General Motors. Let's take a look at General Motors real quick. Let's get rid of this. General Motors, GM. Here we go. Nope. That was quick, wasn't it? Now, the reason why I'm saying no to General Motors, look at this. I don't buy anything at the high of the year. Sorry, Lonnie. Never. I never buy anything at the high of the year. It just doesn't make sense. Not to me, though. If you want to do it, hey, more power to you. Next. All right. Let's get it comfy. Maya, hope everything works out for you. Have a good day. G-Rax, Ricardo. All righty. What do we have? Diggity, Terry, Scott, Be Happy, Steve, Coors, Yanks, Steven. Ooh, Diana. Good evening. I love stonks. How are you doing? Back again. Al Jimenez, good evening. Ronald Cosgrove, Stefan, if you build it, they will come. Cool beans. Alf, what's going on? PB, peanut butter, what's going on? Primeval Logic. All right. Thank you. Matty Chew. All right, Matty Chew, how you doing? Kyle, good evening. Hater, why do big traders say not to trade crypto? Ooh, because there's nothing behind crypto. Okay? Most companies, most stocks have a product or a service that they provide. Now, I own a company and I have a product or a service that I provide. Okay? There is no service to cryptocurrency. It's an exchange between people. That's it. A wink, I like to say it's a wink and a nod. That's the only thing behind crypto. Okay, now if you're going to buy crypto to use it as a utility, paying your bills. John, what's happening, John? All right, let's keep on going. Michael, Eric, good evening. Fasal, good evening. Michael Kelly, good evening. Dalton, Ian Cooper, good evening. Matable Coin. Okay, Matable Coin, good evening. Scott, good evening. UC Doc. Okay, T. Nelly, Doug Murphy. Kevin, what's going on? Lemonade, back again, I see. Kyle, are you trading crypto or stocks? I trade stocks. I don't trade crypto. Asif. Okay, Asif wants to look at VG. I have no idea what VG is. Vegetable, that's what it is, VG. It's at $6.88. I have no idea what this company is or what they do. So let's jump who finance and see or how successful is this company. Have they been increasing their profits year after year after year? That's what I'm concerned about. Because even if the stock price as if the reason why I made note of this one is only 3 dividends. 3 in 1 year yet. See? 2025, 2025, and 2025. It's not even 1 year. Profits. This is not even at 1 year yet. Paul Conrad, do-it-yourself guy. What's happening? Cupid, Jim Peacock, what's going on? Web3 Glossary, K-Mags, Simmons, Joe, Charm 93, Steve Rosenberg, what's going on? Trey Jones, Dr. Dev, thank you. Bobo Rose, Jackson, Dr. Dev, thank you. Tommy K, Ben, Roger, Charlie, Rodnell, Rob J. Bray. Okay, Doug Riccardi. PR, Tito, good evening. David, good afternoon, David. Johanna. Paul, Tugboat, Crypto Grandfather. Oh, dude, you and I got to chat. DM me, brother. We'll have a nice conversation. Bulldog Mark. All right. SHLS. Okay, Hector. Good evening, Hector. Atanza. What's going on? What was it? Enrique Rodriguez. Scott, what's going on? Deanna. How you doing, Deanna? PCAD. Emma. What's happening, Emma? Angel. Nicholas Torres. Good evening. Jane North. Geo. Francisco Nunez. Blue Seer. Mitchell. Alex. Ray. The Sleigh Dad. 10 Men. 83. Steve Kitchen. Okay. Mike. Alex. What's happening, Alex? Addicted to Cards. T. Nelly. What's happening? No name. Good evening. Scroller. Alex is in the house. There you go, Alex. Ooh. Asif wants to take a look at AIG. We'll take a look at AIG. Company's over 100 years old. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't that look lovely? Before I get all excited, Oh, please tell me that's not the case. And it is. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. All right. I'm going to say no to AIG, even though I love this move. Look at this move here. I mean, you really can't beat this move. Hold on. Let's see. Check this out. Here's the top. She drops. Back up. Back down. 1, 2, 3. That is freaking perfect. That is perfect. But 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. If I bought it today at 76, I could sell the 76s and get 0. The 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. The premiums are horrible. Even though I like the company and it's in a perfect opportunity to go up, if that's what you like, great. But no, part of your screen is not showing for us. I got 9 cameras, brother. Don't know what to tell you. All right. Sorry about that, Addicted to Cards. But Addicted to Cards, considering you're new here, trust me, I remember that name. The screen behind me is live on YouTube. So you could literally go in the other room and pull up the big screen TV and look at it on there. So yeah, it is being recorded on YouTube. So you can watch it later on. All right, let's keep it going. We got some more. Blue, what platform is that? That is Think or Swim, offered by Charles Schwab. Angel Emma Mitchell, good evening, good evening, good evening. Oh. Alex wants to take a look at Mara. Well, let's take a look at Mara. M-A-R-A. Here we go. Interesting. Let's change this to that. Let's not look at that. All right, so here's Mara. The top, bottom, where it was, where it is. Look at this motion. Down, up, down, up, down, up. What's going on right there? Look at the big drop from 24 down to 10. That is more than 50% drop just recently. Let's zoom into the last 90 days. Okay, last 90 days. Top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up. What happened today? That's not looking good. Okay, down, up, down. That's not good. The reason why it's not good, because it kind of messes up things. And that does happen once in a while. Okay, everything's not perfect all the time. You know, things don't go always the way that I want it to. So let's keep on going. Sorry about that. What platform? Think or Swim. Foo-foo! How's it going? Wonderful. Can you look at CL? CL is Colgate-Palmolive. Dividend king, in business for over 100 years. 5 decades of profits. That means consistently profitable year after year after year after year. Here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. 79.94. The 80s are going for 45 cents. That's a 0.5%. 80 cents is 1% of an $80 stock. The stock's at 70.94. 1% would be 80 cents. So it's offering me 45 cents, which is a little bit more than a 0.5%. So I'm going to say no right off the top. Not even going to bother with it. User GFNP wants to take a look at Marvel. I love Marvel. MRVL. And that's in a nice spot too. The 92s. Holy cow. Do you see that number? Okay. Here's the top, bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. 91.10. The 91s are going for $5. Well, hell yeah. If you like Marvel. Do you like Marvel? MRVL. Have you even heard of it? Do you know what they do? Okay, now I'm not suggesting you don't buy it. It's not what I'm suggesting at all. What I'm saying is, if you put a stock up, I will take a look at it. I will give you my opinion. If I'm going to buy it, I'll tell you I'm going to buy it. But I already own Marvel, so there it is. Last 30 days. That's the last 60 days. I want the last 30 days. Here we go. Come on, that's pretty easy to see. Okay, the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up. The high is right here at 98. We're currently here. We have all this space right there before we're coming into a new high. Okay, well, the bottom's here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days up. 74 to 92. 74 to 92 is $22. Is that right? 74, 84. No, that's $12. So $12 on a $74 stock is 10, 12, about 13%. That's about a 13% increase. Does it have enough room to keep going? That's a tough question. Because what's going to happen if it doesn't work? What if it goes backwards? I'm pretty sure Marvel doesn't have any dividends. But look at the premium. The premium's fat. Okay, the 91 is going for 510. All right, well, let's take a look at the 91. Change this to covered stock. Go to the 91. There it is right there. One contract. Just so you understand what the numbers look like. Because if I told you, hey, let's do 4 contracts on a stock that's $90, it's going to be pricey. And some people might not like that. Hey, what are you teaching? Joe, or is it John? J-U-H-H. Joas. Okay, I'm teaching investing for dividends. No, investing in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. That's what it is. Sometimes I forget myself. Chase, what's happening? Hey, brother, what's happening? Okay, so DraftKings, no. New company ain't going to happen. Sorry. Who came up with that? Bitu? I know, Bitu. You really got, in my humble opinion, because you've been here a bunch, and I remember some of the stuff you asked me to take a look at. I would suggest you know what, my humble opinion, you do what you want with your money, okay? But the stuff that you looking at, it doesn't fit for me. How about we just leave it at that? It doesn't fit for me. Okay, so, Marvel, here we go. Calculator. 417 is the profit. What's the investment? 86.83. Gives me a grand total of 4.8% for 1 week. Now, do I like 4.8%? Well, hell yeah, I do. Is it a recommendation? No, it's not a recommendation. It's an observation. There is a difference. All right, 4.8. Marvel, 5 December, the 91 call. 417 is the profit, 8,600 is the investment. 4.8% for 1 week if you like this company. 4.8%. 4.8%. If you like Marvel. If you don't, let's find another one. All right. So 4.8, let's get rid of this one. I'm going to write that one down. Wow, that's nice, 4.8. All right, what else do we have? Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. Go back to right here. Where are we next? Oh, Frankie! Frankie says, don't forget me! Frankie, I'm not forgetting you, but I can't see anything you're asking. Okay, Frankie? Alrighty. Alright. Don't forget me. Frankie, I don't see anything to put up there. Okay, Evergas, APLD. I've seen that one before. Can we see AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, for tomorrow? I will take a look at that in a second. What do I think about NVIDIA? Hell no. Take a look at the numbers for NVIDIA. What is the stock? $180? The dividend is 1 penny. Book value is $4. Okay, I don't care about the market cap. The revenue per share is like $16 on a $180 stock. Hell no. In my opinion, for me, no. No. For me, no. You want to do NVIDIA, you have at it. You have fun. I don't do NVIDIA because the numbers are horrible as an investor's point of view. Okay? All right, so anyway, Marvel. Yep, I wrote Marvel down. What are we looking at next? APLD. Why are we looking at that? Is APLD even on the list? D. All right, I'm going to YouTube. No, Yahoo Finance. Applied Digital. I thought so. No dividend. Who said APLD? Evergas. Okay. The name of the show is Dividend Investing for Weekly Cash Flow, or Dividend Stock. Then again, neither does. Some of them, but no. No. What does APL look like? APLD. Interesting. We got a low of 339. Okay, so APLD was at 339 back in April. So you're saying this thing has 22 decades of profits, APLD? Now, I can't check, and I have no desire whatsoever to look at the 20 years worth of annual reports. No desire whatsoever. But if you take a look, the chart don't look that bad, actually. Here's the top, here's the bottom. Look at the movement. Down, up, 28.21. The 28.50 is going for $1.22. That's over 4%. If you like APLD. If you want to do a covered call. Buy the stock, sell it to someone else, get in, get out. Look at the bounce. Okay, it's here 30 days ago. Here's the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days up. How much further up is it going to go before you jump out? Where do you set your profit target? What is enough money for you? These are all questions. If you're going to be an investor, these are questions you have to ask. Before you buy anything, you should have a good idea of what's your exit strategy. How much do you want to make? Well, me, it's pretty simple. I want 1 or 2% every single week, simply, safely, and predictably. That's what I want. If you want to buy APLD, great. There's a movement right there. What are you planning on doing? You want to do a covered call? Well, great. There it is right there. Those are the numbers, if it makes sense to you. But it has no dividends. So as the stock is dropping, what are you collecting? You're not collecting dividends. You're not collecting profits. Next. I'm not even going to bother with NVIDIA. Can't even believe people like that thing. Marvel does have a small dividend. Thank you. Ryan, what's happening? OMC. Asif wants to take a look at OMC. Omnicom Group? No. Okay, who came up with it? Asif, I don't do monthlies. Now, what do I mean by a monthly? December, January, April, July, December. These are months of the year. There's no weeks there, which means I can only trade it once a month. I don't like trading once a month, because that means I'm only getting 12% a year to 20% a year. Yeah, no, thank you. Sorry. And user 3763299089. Yeah, I'm not going to do NVIDIA. The numbers just don't work. Dr. Dev, thank you. What are some good stocks for day trading? There's a whole bunch of good stocks for day trading. That's not what I do, so I really wouldn't know. How do you find a dividend stock? Well, that's an interesting question. Who came up with that one? Oh, 37630089. Okay, whatever. Let's go here. Let's go. All right, we're going to go over to Fizz just for the fun of it, because user 3763299089 wants to know